What's good, everybody? Welcome back. This is Lifted Noise. We are back at it again, Fickus Beats and I, with another video beat collaboration, this time around with the MPC 500. I used to own the 500 before I sold it, then I bought the MPC Live. Then when I saw Fickus Beats come out with a couple of beat videos that were super dope, I decided I wanted to pick it up again. So I went to MPC stuff, got a few parts, some pads, some knobs, you know, upgraded it a little bit. But one thing it did come with was the 128 megabyte RAM. That is the max capacity of sampling time you can have with the 500. I was talking to Fickus Beats. He said he didn't have his. He was looking for RAM. So we decided we're going to do a 16 megabyte sample challenge where he provides the loop. We sample it, chop it up, and make a beat with the minimum of 60 megabytes. So taking a look at 16 megabytes, what you get with that, if you go on the record screen and turn all the way to the right, you see how much space you have. Sampling time is 56 seconds. But strategically, to hack that a little bit is if you go over to mode, switch this to mono. If you do the majority of your sampling time in mono, you can double the amount of sampling time you have. So 1 minute and 52 seconds is what I'll have to work with today. So here's the loop that we're working with. Okay, so I got my loop in there. I also have some drums that I sampled in mono. So the sample was a little bit slow, so I sped it up a bit. Let's go. Alright, and I got my chops here. So now that I do have those samples chopped, I want to keep track of how much space I have. So from 152 of mono sampling time, I got 1 minute and 23 left. All right, I want to program in some hi-hats so that I have kind of a metronome. But let's do velocity. One thing about doing a collaboration is learning from other people. So I see Fickus use this. I'm just to give some different velocities to my programming. So. Out of my chops. So. From here, I add in some of the more percussive stuff in the drums. Snare. I guess you want to turn the timing correct off on this. Now I'll do my kick drum. Now I want to mess around with some snare rolls, so I want to put myself into note repeat mode. Turn timing correct on. Let's see. 1/16. Turn full level off. Moving on, let's go. Got this other hi-hat. I'm gonna turn timing correct on that as well. So like 1/8. Alright, from here I want to do a bass line, so I'm gonna load up something. There we go. On 12 levels. Alright, so I'm going to mute out some stuff so I can play my bass line or my 808 real quick. Let's go. So this is gonna be the last thing I do, is just put a little lead part in. I like this recorder. So I would usually just record a loop in, right? You know, but to save space using this technique, I'm just recording in this. And look, I'm doing pretty good on time, but I want a stereo sample, so I have 33 seconds of stereo sampling time left. So I recorded that and put it on a pad, and I try to keep this as, like, I'm programming this as C, and then it just goes, you know, up, so it's like 12 keys. So I sampled in a D sharp, so D sharp from C, D sharp. So I put the sample on this pad, so I'm going to pitch it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it's where it should be. So when I do 12 levels, this is actually a C sharp, D. So that's the pitch I sampled it at. But because I put it on that pad, I had to pitch it up. So let's see what we come up with. We got like something like that. So yeah, that's it. I made it happen. I think we're spoiled today a little bit. I've heard people complaining about, what is it, the 2 gigs of RAM that we have in the new MPCs. Like, it should be more. You have to admit, people used to do a lot with a lot less back in the day, even a lot less than what you have with the 500. It was like the SP-1200 that had like 12 seconds of sampling time. I've never used it, I could be wrong, but just imagine that, 12 seconds of sampling time. What you could do with that. You would have to get creative. Had a good time. I'm always learning from you, Fickus Beats, so I appreciate this collaboration. Hopefully you learned something from me, I don't know. But I've learned a lot just from watching your videos, Fickus. Try to apply some of those techniques here, and I think I was relatively successful. So everybody, when you're done here, if you haven't already, go over to Fickus Beats channel, check out his video. He flipped the same sample with the MPC 500 with only 16 megabytes of RAM. So until next time, everybody, stay humble, lift noise, God bless.